right, guys, check me out, big dog. We're back, man. We're back. So it's the next day. Today is Thursday. I got the truck fixed yesterday, which was Wednesday. So the truck has ran through its checks. I got my check engine light back, which I expected it to come back because I have an O2 sensor problem, and I've been riding with the check engine light with the O2 sensor problem for probably a year now. Well, so with that being said, I'm expecting that code to be back, but let's find out what else showed up, if anything else showed up with the salvage yard PCM. That's what we're all wanting to know, right? Right. So, along with that, now right after I got done getting the truck going yesterday, I made a video on replacing the PCM, which is fairly super simple. But I did make a video on it. And then I also took y'all for a little test drive, put about 8 miles on it or something like that, and then come back and showed y'all what's up. So I'm gonna put about an 8-minute clip at the end of this, so I can just kind of make both videos into one. Now I got my thing scan hooked up, so we're gonna go through a health report real quick and see what comes up. Now it's gonna take a couple of minutes to do what it's gotta do, so just bear with me. So I am going to show you, here's the mileage now. We started out at 411,189. Here we are at 411,216. And on my way home from the shop today, because I had class today at my shop, the check engine light came back on. So with the check engine light coming back on, I felt like it's time to give y'all an update. Now I'm also going to put out another update, I would say probably about 100 miles in, once I put about 100 miles on the truck, to let y'all know how it's doing. So here we go. The health report is finished running its report. We're gonna start at the top. We got one PCM code. Let's see what it is. Read fault code. Catalyst efficiency bank 1. That's the code that I expected to come back no matter what I did. So that's not a code that came with the PCM. That's a code that's been on the truck for at least a year that I've just been dealing with. So we're going to go back. Transmission code. Let's see what we got here. This is our transmission control module we're looking at. I have 2 of them on this. Let's read them. Line pressure high fault, line pressure sensor circuit high fault. Now I have been having some issues with my transmission. It started before the whole PCM issue and the throttle control light. So these might have came with the new PCM and they might not have. Now in the clip I'm going to put at the end of this video, you'll see that the P0935 showed up yesterday, because I ran the thing scan on it yesterday also before I put any more than like 8 miles on it. So we're going to go back. Now I do have to say that it has not affected the truck. The trouble codes hasn't affected the truck to where I could tell a difference. Now I know if there's a trouble code, it's affecting the truck somehow. This is our body control module. Let's see what we got here. Right low beam output circuit open. That's my front control module. We've all dealt with that several times. And then my IPM / FCM module. I got 2 of them in here. Let's see what these are. Right low beam output circuit open. Same thing. So that's the front control module. So there's the codes that came back. The only ones that I might be a tad bit suspicious about is my transmission control module control codes that I have now. That, like I stated though, I started having transmission problems. It slipped a couple of times, but that was about it. So that could be a part of that. It might not be a part of the new PCM. So with all that, man, this weekend we're going to get into finding out what's leaking on the 09 Ram 1500, because that truck's, it's just another Ram. We got to keep it going. We're not giving up on it either. So with all that, man, keep living the dream, doing your thing. All right, y'all, man, I just got done. The video should be coming out here pretty soon. The PCM swapped. I got the VIN number written with my VIN number on my truck to match, and it worked. It worked. So we're gonna go through the quick process of swapping it out. Let me get these darn plugs undone here. You want to be careful. You make sure you do not break any of your plastic tabs. So this worked, man. Big shout out to NPC Automotive Computers, man. They're the ones that rewrit the VIN number in this PCM, and this is one that I got off the salvage yard. So once you get that out of the way, it's just 3 bolts. They're 8mm. Like I stated in previous videos, you just take your breather out so you have room. Man, these things are barely holding this thing on there. Let's get these plugs out of the way. These things are important. So you got one at the bottom down here. It's a little bit of a pain to get to. Especially with these plugs right there. You see it? Uh-oh, drop the ratchet. But see, they're just barely in there, like that much. They're not in there much. So like always, take the bottom one out, then you take the 2 top ones out. Let me grab my ratchet. I just dropped it. So we got the bottom one out. Now we're gonna get these the top ones are a little easier to get to with an extension. I have, looks like probably an 8-inch extension here. Oh, let's not beat that plug around, man. That thing's important. Once again, it's just barely in there. Setting my screws right here. Now when you break this top one loose, see that PCM comes loose, 3 bolts. Super simple. Pull your old one out, that's the original one. When you go back with it, you cannot go wrong. You got 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. Same with your plugs. You got black, orange, white, green. Black, orange, white, and green, so they match. You can see the color here on the plug itself. And that is what's up. So I'm gonna get this thing bolted back up real quick, and then we're gonna fire this whole thing back up. There's one. Like every video, you don't tighten all of them up till you get them all in. Right? That's just a easy way to do it. Pull these plugs out of your way here. Get that bottom one started. Now we're gonna tighten the top ones up first, and then we'll get to that bottom one. Now I'm not gonna show you, I gotta put my fender well back in. I hadn't put that thing back in yet. And then we're gonna go for a ride. So here we go, man. We just swapped the PCM out. I showed y'all how to do that, super simple. We're gonna show you the mileage, 411, 189. The first drive in it since this whole problem started. Here we go. Man, it sounds normal, dude. It sounds absolutely normal. Everything still seems to be working. Man, this is what's up, guys. This is the first time the truck has drove in almost 2 months under its own power. AC still works. Everything still seems to be working good. Windshield wipers still work. So man, we got it. We got it going. This is what's up. I showed y'all how to swap the PCM out. We got the problem fixed. Just watch the video that comes out before this. And man, that is what's up. So I drove it around. I put about 8 miles on the truck, man. I have no lights, no codes. So before I end this video, I'm gonna go in here to my garage. I'm gonna grab my thing scan. We're gonna run a quick scan on the truck. All right, so we ran the health report. I've got one trouble code, but it's the transmission control module. It's not the PCM. The PCM is green, it's golden, or green is go. So we're gonna check this TCM code real quick. We're gonna see what that is. We're gonna fire the truck back up. I mean, I just drove it on the freeway. I drove it 8 miles. We'll show you the mileage, 411, 196 now. And it shifted fine. Everything was fine, man. So let's read this code real quick. Line pressure sensor circuit high fault. It is a P0935 line pressure sensor circuit high fault. So first things first, we're gonna clear the code. Let's see if it'll clear. Okay, it cleared. Okay, let's check. Let's go back. I did check my module information. It is correct. The VIN number is correct. It does match the truck. Look, we're all green now, all the way through. Everything's green. So let's fire this back. I'm gonna cycle the key off. Now we're gonna start the truck. Man, that thing fires right up, dude. Listen to it. Thing still sounds like a beast. So man, we got the problem solved. I just showed you how to swap that PCM. Once again, super simple. Man, we got Old Blue back on the road, fellas. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Never give up. There's always a solution. Always a solution. So with all that, man, keep living the dream, doing your thing. Like and subscribe. Hit the post notification bell so you can keep that content coming in hot.